Hi everyone, this is Giovanni from the Dealers, and you are listening to the Emerging Artist Series on Intellectual Entertainment.
Welcome to the Random Radio Podcast, episode 33. This is the Emerging Artist Series, and my name is Alan Wayne. Today we have the privilege of speaking with a band called The Dealers out of Italy, who I met through Spreaker. Now, The Dealers have an EP out called K331, and I heard it, and it kicks ass. Hey, Giovanni, how you doing?
Hey everyone, I'm doing great. Thank you for having us.
Okay, wonderful. Now, what I'd like to start off with is how did you guys come together? It's you, Gigi, and Giancomo on the batteria, as I saw. I had to kind of bone up on my Italian, but it's Giacomo on the drums. You, Giovanni, play guitar and sing, and Gigi plays the bass. Is that correct?
Yeah, at the start it was just me and Gigi, the bass player, and we were just playing acoustic covers of stuff coming from the 50s or 60s, like for example Elvis or I don't know Jerry Lee Lewis or Johnny Cash.
Oh my
And
gosh, Johnny Cash. I love Johnny Cash, man.
oh, great man!
Oh,
And we
awesome.
were doing just like that, stuff like Folsom Prison or Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis.
That's
And
cool.
after that, one day we met with Giacomo, the drummer, and we started to play these covers, but no more in an acoustic version.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 3 months, we decided to write our music in order to be not just another cover band and play our original music. And so after that, here we are.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, how long did that take? It says on your Facebook page you guys founded in 2013. Was that the two, or was that when you had the three piece?
Yeah, in 2013, when we just opened our Facebook account, we were just ready to play live our own songs. So we were no more a cover band. So
Gotcha.
I think that we are a real band since maybe 2 years.
Mm. Very cool, very cool. Now, how did you get into music? Giovanni, when did you start writing music? When did you start recording music? When did you start taking this pretty seriously as far as something you'd like to do?
Well, I'm playing guitar since I was 15, and
Mm.
now I'm 30. And from before this band, I was in a prog metal band called Wings of Reality,
Mm-hmm.
and the bass player was in another band doing other stuff, and our drummer was in a band and he was playing punk, hardcore punk, and so every one of us has had different experiences, different musical influences, and so we decided to merge all these things together to start to play, and write music, original music all together.
Yeah, that's kind of the origins of rockabilly, isn't it? I mean, when you get punk together, when you get that punk sensibility and that driving beat with the country like Johnny Cash, the old boom chicka boom type style, you get
Yeah.
rockabilly. So would you say that's one of your main influences is rockabilly? Have you been have you listened to Reverend Horton Heat and all those?
Maybe for Gigi, the best player, is more into stuff like rockabilly and stuff like that. I am the most metalhead guy, and so I
Mm.
am more into stuff like Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and stuff like European metal. Just Iron Maiden, Halloween, and stuff like that, or Dream Theater. And our drummer is completely out of this world, and it's maybe more into punk stuff and something coming from the 50s, like Elvis or stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool, man. So you have this whole mixture of
Yeah.
things that are going on with your music, and I think that comes through in your EP. Now, when did you guys decide to write an EP? Were you playing live before, and then you said, well, we'll write an EP, or was it in reverse? Did you write the EP and then market it at your live shows?
Well, we had some shows, I think the last year during June 2014.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first one, May, June, I don't remember well. And after 2 3 live shows, we decided to record our first EP. And it was quite natural, man, because it was obvious that we need to put our music on a CD,
Yeah.
just to promote ourselves and to share our music with everyone.
Absolutely. So this is basically an EP that is you released it. When was the release date on that?
Sorry, I don't understand.
When did you release the EP?
On December 2014.
December 2014. Great.
Yeah.
And what's been the response thus far for your EP? We're going to be playing a couple tracks here, but what's been the response thus far?
Well, absolutely great, man. Because it's quite strange because thanks to the internet, we can share our music. For example, with you, Alan, that you are on the other corner of the world in the U.S. and we are in Italy, and there are a lot of U.S. radios and British radios and. For example, one Indian radio, one Japanese radio that are playing our music. It's quite more difficult here in Italy because in Italy people it's more into pop music or melodic pop music and stuff like that. But the response is quite great to the EP and to our live shows.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, the great thing about recording an EP, I actually recorded an EP with a band called The Dogs, a punk band, about I'd say 10, 11 years ago. And the great thing about recording an EP is actually being able to put that on your, to put something out tangible to hold in your hands. How proud were you when you saw that first pressing or saw that first EP? How proud were you guys when you'd finished the recording and everything was done and you had something tangible in your hands? I mean, how'd you feel after that?
It was great because until you don't have something physical in your hands, it's yeah, it's great to play live shows and stuff like that. But when you have a CD or an album or an EP, it's great because you can really feel you are doing and all the influences that are in your music, and it's great because you can share it with everyone in the world or everyone just looking for some good music, and there's more time to pay some attention to some things, some shades in your music that maybe you can't do that live.
Yeah, absolutely. The internet age has made it so that you can really go out and really market yourself and promote yourself. I'm from Southern California, so I mean, there was a time when I would never know who you guys were if it wasn't for the internet. Or pop radio or something, I wouldn't know who you guys were, and here we are connecting, and I think that's a great thing. What do you think? How do you think the internet has benefited you guys being in Italy and having so many American influences? Has it really just focused? I mean, actually not focused, but it's spread out your products. So tell me, what kind of response are you getting? Have you received comments from people and been like, wow, they're listening to us in such and such a country? What type of response have you gotten as far as that?
Well, absolutely, man. It's great because just maybe 10 years ago, I recorded another EP with another band, and it was quite it was impossible to spread your music all over the world. And with the internet, this is possible. I can speak with you. I can you listen to our EP, and it's incredible when when you check just the statistics coming from YouTube, for example. I see people listening to our music from, I don't know, Japan or Taiwan or Israel, and this is great because it's something that you cannot not even think to something like that just 10 years ago. It was completely incredible, and maybe for a great band, internet it's something that can be detrimental because maybe people are just download illegally your
Mm,
music. But
mm.
for small bands like us, it's very very important because it's a great way to promote your music.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, the internet gets you out there, and then you hope. I mean, it's kind of like you got to put a line out there. It's kind of like you're fishing. You got to put something out there, and then hope that it generates enough interest to where the money starts coming in. Now, are you guys Would you say you're a professional band, or do you guys have like side gigs right now where you guys, you work during the day and then you come home and jam? Because I've always been a guy who has a job, and in my spare time I play. So, what's that like right now for you guys?
It's the same for us. We have other jobs, the three of us, and this is our first. It's just something more a hobby, and we do this with a lot of sacrifices. Sacrificing our spare time or stuff like that. But I think that it's normal because it's quite impossible to live with music from the start in Italy, and some of us has some different side projects. For example, our drummer has a punk hardcore band, but this is our most important band.
Yes, the most important project that you guys are
Yeah,
pushing
absolutely,
now.
absolutely. Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask. I've never been to Italy. I've only seen beautiful pictures and heard things about Italy, and heard that it's an awesome country as far as culture and everything else. What is the music scene like in Italy? What's banging right now? What do you hear on the streets? What are people talking about?
Well, as I said you before, it's quite difficult to be rock or metal or hard rock band here in Italy because the mainstream music is pop, Italian pop music, and everyone is just listening to that to the radio or there are all these talent shows, and so there are all people playing and singing covers coming from Italian singers. So it's quite difficult to play rock or hard rock or metal here in Italy. And you never listen to someone worldwide, to someone coming from Italy playing rock or hard rock. Maybe the only example I think it's Lacuna Coil. Maybe it's the only band that is quite famous there in the US, for example.
What was the name of the band again?
Lacuna Coil.
Oh, Lacuna Coil. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
So
they
they're an
are from
Italian band. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. I never thought of Lacuna Coil as far as where they were or how what their country of origin was. But do you have a pretty good fan base so far? I mean, have you found kind of there's this like out here there's this subculture of rockabilly out here in Los Angeles, and they have a very rabid fan base. Is it kind of the same thing in Italy where you have people who are rabid about this music and who really like it? I mean, is there a subculture going on right now?
Yeah, here in Molfetta and in some cities near next to Molfetta, there is a quite good scene of rockabilly, rock and hard rock. Seeing people listening to this music. Nothing of so important and so great, but there are a lot of people with a lot of passion trying to play this music to bring this music to I don't say to the mainstream because mainstream is too much, but just to play this music and spreading this music and share this music with all the guys. But it's not that easy
Oh, yeah.
here in southern Italy.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Were you saying something, Gio? I'm sorry.
What?
I was asking. It sounded like I cut you off there. I'm sorry.
Ah, okay, 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 great. Yeah, I was saying it's quite difficult to play or to share or to spread rockabilly or rock or hard rock or other kind of not so mainstream kind of music here in Italy and southern Italy. But there is a small scene of people with a lot of passion trying to play and share this kind of music.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. I mean, as long as you have people. I mean, I've played to empty bars. I've played to very small venues where there's like one or two people there. As long as you have people supporting you, man, that's got to be great. I mean, what's it feel like to be on stage in front of people and they're cheering and they're moshing and how does it feel, man? Is that the rush? Is that what keeps you going?
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing for a band because it's as long as you are playing, the most important thing is to share this thing with who are listening to you, and just recording EPs or just recording CDs or albums, it's not that important. The most important thing is to share and have some feedbacks from people, and having people just drinking a beer or just having fun listening to you, and